Now, you clicked on the thumbnail, and the thumbnail obviously had the Pure Base 700. Now, this is obviously going to be the Pure Base 700. It's going to be an unboxing, but I really want to talk about these real quickly. So this is the 700. I mean, this is the 900, limited edition, but it's not really any different from the first one, which is black and orange. But we're going to come back to that in a second. Let's talk about this one, because this is what the main focus is going to be about, this sort of size case. So, BeQuiet always been known for like making decent cases lately, and I'm really quite proud of them. Now, this is a really good case that I really do like, because it's got good airflow. You can put 360 in the top and 360 in the front, or a 280 in the top, a 120 at the back, or a 280 in the front. And it's got loads of cable management places, and it's got fan controller in there, and it's made out of aluminium, plastic and steel, and it's got nice little trim and everything like that. It looks really nice. Not too much of a finger magnet. It also comes in glass, or you can buy it without the glass, and it's also got sound dampening inside the case as well as filters. Now, what I don't like about this case, it hasn't got no RGBs. That's the only thing I don't really like about that case. It has got RGBs, and the case can't be inverted, and you can't do certain things like certain other case manufacturers, which I'm not going to mention, where you can take out the actual AI bracket or radiator bracket and then work outside the case and put it back in. Plus the hard drive cages, and it's got too many cages and it doesn't make sense. But yeah, anyway, that's about that case. Now, this case is awesome, but it's slightly bigger. So most people probably might go for this one, or most people might go for this one. It depends. I haven't got the analytics with me, but this one's got Wi-Fi Qi charging thing for your mobile phone, but you've got to have a latest phone to have that, or just have like a thing that's built into the battery. It's got good airflow, just like this one has. You can put 360 in the top, 360 at the bottom, a 280 at the bottom, a 120 at the bottom, a 240 at the bottom, not 240, a 280 at the top, 280 at the front, a 140 on the back. You can do push and pull configurations on this case. The whole case is inverted. It's got many modular options on the screws. Great airflow, like I said, but the things I don't like about it, hasn't got a shroud. Cable management is okay, but it's not the best. It's kind of nowhere near the best. This is much better for cable management. It really does. Literally, if this was a guy, it would. You know what I mean? And yeah, filters and modularization on this is ridiculous. It's really quite crazy. This is a limited edition. It's got loads of room for hard drives and everything like that, and obviously a CD drive if you want 2 DVD, Blu-rays or whatever drives you want on there. It's got room for a big power supply. Oh yeah, and it's all really nice and quiet and stuff. And it's got BeQuiet, if I remember rightly, Silent Wings 3. So 3 fans on there and on this one as well. And it's got the controllers just like that, and the fan controllers and all that. But you come to see this, so I'm going to get rid of this, and then we're going to do an unboxing of what you really came here to see. So I'm just going to push this one to the side, but I keep this one still here because it's still relevant. Now, I'll also mention that both of them have tempered glass. If you don't want tempered glass, you can have tempered glass. You don't need tempered glass. You know what I mean by tempered glass. Right, now I'm going to pick this one up. So this is the Dark Base 700. Now this is awesome, but I need to get a knife. I got a screwdriver. So let's do the unboxing real quick of this lovely case. But before we open it, let's see what it says in the box. So, Silent Wings, airflow control, noise insulation, multicoloured LED. You've heard it here. You probably heard it first, hopefully. And yeah, Dark Base 700. Let's get it out of the box anyway. This is annoying. Why are you laughing? This better not electrocute me. Whatever you're laughing at. You better not do that. Oh! Did you hear that? It got me. Did you hear it? It got me right in the thumb. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Right, anyway, whatever. Oh. No, don't do it. Oh, that's only a little bit there. Let's get rid of this box real quick. Whoa! this is how not to unbox something. Alright, there we go. Oh my god. Let's do it this way. Right, so first I'll take the top off. Alright, okay. That went alright. Don't start doing all of that, man. Right, okay. So we've got the book, and that's in the actual bottom. Oh, I hate being quiet for this crap, I really do. You were my friends. I don't think you're my friends now. I don't like you. Ooh, what's broken in there? Please don't be broken in there. Anyway, take this top off. Right, then we take this cloth thing off. Oh, I don't know why they do this. It's not funny. It's freaking dangerous. Right, there we go. Right. Now we're going to go for the unveiling of this beautiful beast. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Whee! Oh, this looks nice actually. That looks nice. I don't want to touch it. Ah! It always gets me. Oh my god. But this case looks lovely. A freaking... You know what? This doesn't look the same, you know. This actually does not look the same. It kind of does. Okay. Look at this for a beast. This is broken. It's not really broken. Just joking. Anyway, so look at the difference. So this is the 700. I don't want to get my smudgy fingers on it. So this is the 700. Look at the size difference of that. Wow, okay. That's absolutely crazy. So I actually thought this case, the base 600, was going to be like this, or the other way around. Now, I'm tapping this already. This is not even plastic. This is some really very sleek premium metal on top. This is aluminium, and it's got steel sides. What? Where's the plastic? There's some plastic in here. Wow. Okay. This is pretty damn premium. This is not like your normal standard mat or sound dampening that you normally get. This is the sort of sound dampening that you get in a gym, where the floor's really hard and everything like that. It smells brand new too. But anyway, it's pretty kosher. It's pretty sound dampening. But I really want to test this out in a proper computer build, which I'm going to absolutely do in the second part of this video. But this video is all about this case, because this case is pretty nice looking, to be honest with you. So you've got still got your own captive screws on the side there. I'm going to stay away from that box. You can go over there if you're just dangerous. Put that there. Alright. I'm going to move the book over there, and then we're going to open up the glass. So we've got some nice screws that I can see. These are flathead rather than Phillips or anything like that. Still got the rubber bits so it doesn't scratch the glass. It's got some nice tempered glass as well. It's not even too dark, so you don't need to really spend loads of money on RGBs to make it shine through if you're RGB madman or mad woman. And yeah, you can take it like that. So the glass hangs onto the sides like so. This glass is actually bigger, and it has got borders on it, but on the side it's just a flat border. There's no padding or anything like that on there. And you can see that it's clearly bigger than the actual case itself. As you can see, that this is a timber glass from the 700 Dark Base Pro. Is it Dark Base Pro? No, Dark Base 700, and this is the Pure Base 600. And you can see that the glass just literally is much bigger. It is literally much bigger than the case, which I actually got a bit confused, thinking that this case was going to be the same size as that compared to when it came in the box, but then it came in the box as big as the box that you get in the Dark Base 900. But anyway, I'm going to move this glass over to the, not here actually, and move it to the back. and we're going to really go into it and talk about this case. So let's see what we get in the case. And first off, let's talk about in the box. We've got accessories. I like a few accessories. Okay, don't know what. Oh right, okay. This is for a mechanical hard drive. They thought of everything then, because I didn't think they even had places for a mechanical hard drive. And you get your rubber grommets as well to make sure it's got nice shock absorption. It's going through the mechanical hard drive. We know this has got moving parts, so it's going to be a little bit loud. But yeah, it's nicely painted in black. Smaller screws than what you would normally get as thumb screws on the Dark Base 900, but these are slightly smaller. This looks a lot more cleaner, to be honest with you, so that's quite cool. And then you've got all your screws, I'm guessing, and then you get some straps and stuff. So we've got screws, we've got some long screws here. Now I'm guessing this is for... Right, so we've got 4 long screws in the bag. Then we've got all your normal thumb screws, but these thumb screws have got like nice grips, they just look good quality screws. Then you've got your normal like screws that you put in for your hard drives and that. And then you've got ones for your motherboard there. And anything else in the box other than cable management Velcro strips. And there seems to be 6 of them. So they're normally on the back, and none of them are on the back, so they've already taken them off, and that's how it is. So let me put this all the way back in the bag, and then we're going to go through what's in the case and behind the case and all that sort of stuff. So that's out of the way, accessories out of the way. No no LED strip like you can normally get in a Dark Base 900. But anyway, this is interesting. Look at this. Now this is the only thing that I can see that's kind of plastic. And these may be plastic as well. So this is your shroud. It's got a BeQuiet logo on there, and I don't know what is going on here. I believe that this is going to be one of the best cases of 2017 and 2018. Just by looking how modular this case is already, and the quality of it, everything looks mad. So if I was to put that there, you wouldn't see your hard drives, mechanical. So your mechanical hard drives are there. So you've got room for 3 mechanical hard drives as well. So you've got room for 360, 280, 360, 280, 140, 140, 120, 120, 120, 140. Looks like you've got enough room for push and pull configuration as well. So push and pull configuration, and on the front as well. That is pretty mad. You got nice little rubber standoffs for your power supply. You got a big filter underneath the bottom, and I'm guessing, which way does this come out? This is amazing. So this is the front of the case. So you've got the BeQuiet logo there. It doesn't look like it lights up, but I won't know until I've actually done what I need to do. How the frick do you get the front off? Wow, okay. Now, when I was putting that off, that felt like premium quality. Actually, it is as well, because is this aluminium or plastic? I think this is aluminium. They've wrapped this in aluminium. Oh my gosh. Right, so this is aluminium wrapped, and the way that it comes off, when you buy this, you will know what I'm talking about. So they've gone for and opted for the different sound dampening. This looks more like more water and dust resistant, so if it's got dust on it, just wash it off and it's clean. But it also has the bit for the RGBs on the front, where it just comes off really nice. I've not even seen this before. So you've got plastic sort of clasps that actually clip into the holes, and it feels weighty, it screams premium to me. So I'm going to put it on that side there. On the front, you just press down at the top, and then you release the actual filter for the front, so you can wash that off and get all the dust out of it. You get 2 140 Silent Wing 3 fans, and it's still got the rubber the rubber bits that stop it from vibrating and making noise and stuff like that. So they've gone for silence and really good quality and big airflow. They've gone with the 140s in the front, which I feel that's nice and tidy, and it doesn't don't know, it depends on what fans you're buying, but BeQuiet, tested their fans, and I know the 140s are good, but Silent Wings 3s, they're awesome. You got Black Noise, and you got Noctua, and then you got BeQuiet, so I can't really go wrong with that. Anyway, so in the front here you got all your mounting options, which is just wicked because you've literally got room to work with a radiator, so not just a couple of holes drilled in or a little few slots. You've got slots all the way down for the 360 and also for the 280 or 120 or 240 AIO or custom water cooling. You can do a lot of custom water cooling right there. It's got nice intake for air for on the sides there, so they haven't restricted it, and it's also bloody metal as well, it's not even plastic. Okay, they're going all out. So on the front we've got two USB 3s, we've got an RGB switch, we've got a reset switch, we've got a power button, we've got a headphone jack, and we've got a microphone jack. So they're both 3.5mm jack. We've also got USB 3.1, which is a Type-C connector, and we've also got a fan controller that can control up to 6 fans all at once, and it's got 1, 2 and 3 and an auto fan control on the side on the back there, but we're going to get to that in a minute. We're just still talking about the front because it is absolutely crazy. I'm just like using that one like whatever the old BeQuiet one was, because this is got nothing on this case. This case is lovely. So you've got this little electronic thing there for the RGB where it touches its contact metal parts to it, and when you pull it off, it just feels, when you pull off a front case, it's like bang bang, it feels like it's broken. That just felt nice. Just put your fingers underneath and you just unbuckle it like that and it just comes out. It's just really awesome. But anyway, that's the front of the case, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about inside the case here. So these are plastic, I believe, and this is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. What is this? Right, so you've got little plastic inserts, right. So what I like about this straight away, all your cable management, so this is where this case lacks it, the 600, because what it is that when you've got cables, and you're trying to hide them, and if they're not long enough, and you ain't got custom cables, or you don't want to spend too much money on it, then you're going to have cables like showing through the actual nice of the build. So all the rest of it's got a nice decent depth of cable management in the back there, and you can see the sound dampening and stuff. But it just shows that how much they've done improvements just by going up the stage. They made the case slightly bigger and wider. It's definitely like a little bit thinner like that, the case, but this case is like wider. That's what I like about it. So this is what hides the cable management, or you can use it for holding cables in the back, but we're going to come back to that in a sec. So we've got all the rubber grommets here, and then it's got the standoffs. Plus, I was saying about certain cases in my certain videos that you already know, when you've got a standoff that's already built in, that means that you can just grab the motherboard, stick it on there, and as BeQuiet have got you covered. They've put the standoffs in there, and you can just screw them in, and then it's done. And you can unscrew the ones that you don't want. But there's a little bit more magic to this as well, which we're going to go into definitely a little bit more deeper. So we've got 7 expansion slots on the side, and as you can see as well on the back here is where you can put a graphics card with a double connector. So if you've got DVI and HDMI and VGA, it will fit into here, but the 3-tier cards won't fit into there because they take up too many slots. They'll take up 3 slots. So you can if you're doing water cooling as well, you can definitely show off the water cooling coolant in there with a PC riser card, but the PC riser card is not included, and it would have been a nice option to have that included. But this case, which I'll tell you the price afterwards anyway, is not a bad price for this case. I think they're going to be definitely smashing most cases out the window, or someone's going to be copying and following suit. But this is an awesome freaking design of, like, you can use, I've got to show you the back in a minute anyway because it makes sense. But what's even more funny about this whole case, this turns, so it's inverted. It's not just a motherboard tray. It's like not a motherboard tray that's even connected. It's a motherboard tray that you can take out of this system. So you built all your system, you can take it out and use it as a workbench and do your benchmarks and test outside, or testing if your products are broken before you've even put it in the case. Then you can screw it back in. Or if you don't like this side, just turn it around and have that side go in. So you have the power supply on the other side and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, as I'm saying, big slots at the top as well of the case. So at the top you can see there's big slots. So no matter how many times I've built custom cooled, water cooled computers and using radiators, it's always such a mission because the holes are in the direct place where you got to put like a radiator, and it's always like just annoying. Now I've got a really fat radiator over there, but I'm not going to put it out yet. I'll show you that afterwards. But yeah, these slots, that means you can put the radiator and really do customization perfectly on this, and then you can easily get the motherboard on there. As you can see on the back there, it's got SSD mounts as well. I believe that you can have 5 or 6 SSDs going on the back there. You've got your normal thumb screws for your expansion slots. This case also fits, if I remember rightly, ATX, Mini ITX, Flex ATX and Micro ATX, and I'm sure it does extended ATX as well. Let me see. I'm going to leave a link in the description because I'm sure this does extended ATX as well, but I'm not too sure. But I'll have a look and leave it down there. But it looks like you can do nice push-pull configuration, and where you put the I/O bracket, you normally get the in the way of the EPS connector. It looks like you're going to have fun there. So that looks cool. But let's take this. Can we take this top off? Yeah, we're going to take this top off. Let's strip this case down. So what I'm doing is I'm releasing 3 screws that are on the back of this case. I'm going to turn the case around so you can have a look at what I'm doing, because we're going to get to that nitty gritty bit at the back in a sec. The side panel, which you want to see about cable management and what you can do with it, and what you get with it. Right, so that's the top bit. So that's 3 screws I've released on the top there, and then that means I have to release another probably 8 screws at the top. Right, so now I'm going to lift off the top, and as you can see there is airflow fins, and this is all aluminium. So I'm going to look, I'm doing, cut my fingers. Now it's really just blended well. It looks like a freaking Ferrari. It just looks really nice and clean, and the air vents look like they can breathe hot air, or exhaust hot air out of it. Now I've taken off 8 screws. God damn, that's a lot of screws. Now I've got to, how do I get this front off? I'm just taking it apart right now. So I've got that bit off. I can have things clip in, and my braking things. Oh, you can really hear the aluminium. Right, okay. To be honest with you, if you are proper crazy enthusiastic person to do with computer modding, you better check the link in the description down below and buy this case straight away, because I'm in love with it. I feel that I need to spray paint this up. Well, not me personally, because I'm not good at spray painting, but anyway, sound dampening at the top as well. So they're going for silent, really silent computer build, you know. And this doesn't feel hot or warm to the touch. You know, like when you got the thermal pad that's in Fractal Design, or in BeQuiet's older generation cases, it feels like the heat could stay warmer in it, but not like super warm. This is like, feels like a cold mat, like a cold thermo pad or something. Feels really good. So, and this is all aluminium, so they haven't even cheaped out on it. All I've got to say is kudos to that. So look, wow, okay. So I've got all the option now. I can get my hands all in the places that I need to be able to build into places. Now you're probably thinking, oh, how's it going to get into the back? I'm going to get to the back in 1 second. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and then you've got 8 screws. So a total of 11 damn screws to take that lovely aluminium top off. But look at all the flexibility that I've got to build into this case. I know, but I'm probably blocking the camera and everything like that. But look, and it's nice and reinforced. It's awesome. But I'm not going to. Oh Jesus Christ! I really have to take this whole computer apart. Do you know what? Let's talk about the back. Bang, bang, bang. Look at this. Now this is the sickest and the awesomeness of like modular and construction 2017 case. It's going to be definitely the winner of 2017 and 2018. I've really got a feeling. Hardware Canucks, I think he should, Gamers Nexus, those mans out there, those should be the ones that should be testing this case, because they will strip it down, and they are horrible to any case manufacturer that if it's not good, they will just say it. I'm going to say it, but there's nothing that I've seen that I don't like yet. Now, this sort of thing sometimes is right down there. I hate that. They put it in the middle, awesome. But you can also unscrew it and move it. You can fit 6 bloody PMW fans through it, so that's wicked. And it goes all the way to the front, so you don't have to take the side off or anything like that. You've got a little cable management holder right here. You've got an SSD that you can put. Can you put it on both sides? Oh my god. So you can put an SSD on this side or on that side. So you can swap this from this side to that side. And then you've got 4 SSDs on the back here. And yeah, the whole thing just comes apart. Look at all this cable management and routing holes and stuff. RGB cables, which you're going to have problems with of hiding cables. You're not going to have problems here. You've got like literally a 2-finger width like of cable management around the sides. You've got all the lovely nice rubber grommets that I still hate. They still just fall off. But look at this. This is where it hides your cables from the back, what I was talking about. So that means you can actually use this as cable management, routing the cables through to make it look freaking tidy. This is just like the most craziest idea ever that BeQuiet or anyone's come up with. You can look at that. If I could even be bothered to tidy this up properly, I could have the cables looking all nice. You could go so crazy on this build. Then you've got the mechanical hard drives. You can put your SSDs like the same way as what you normally do on the back there. You've got cable management all round here. You can use the cable management in this space here. You can put the biggest power suppliers in the world in here, and you've still got enough room as well. You can pass them through underneath the actual mechanical hard drive base. Underneath you can fit the cables underneath like so. So there is room underneath there. I don't want to break anything while I'm doing it. Right, so if you can imagine, you can pass the cables through and make it look so tidy and all of that. You've got all the cable managements here, and then you've got all the, like the what you call it, it's the, oh, what are they called? The Velcro wraps. You've got Velcro wraps that can hold all these cables in. Depends on however you want to do it. EPS connector is not going to be difficult to get into there, even if it's a big motherboard. You've got enough room for push and pull. You've got a lovely bit of exhaust heat for a grill at the back there, which is all nice and metal, and it's all reinforced. It's just the way that you can pass cables and hide stuff. It's awesome. Even down to the front I can see as well. You can pass like a few pass-throughs. So when you're inverting this case, you can got a pass-through on this side as well. This case is pretty crazy. So the cables you also get as well. You get an SATA power connector. You get what one is this? This is the 4-pin one. So you've got a 4-pin RGB 12-volt connector. Then you've got your power and all that sort of stuff, and USB 3, HD audio. You've got your Type-C connector there, and you've also got nothing else. So you've got all your cables there. It's got lovely little bits where you can just hide your cables, and it just hangs there. Be quiet. You've done a trick. You've done a trick. I think you might have made the best case in the world. But anyway, next on the agenda of this case. So look how sleek that looks. It just looks really freaking nice. And even if you're going to do water cooling and custom water cooling loops, you'll be able to hide everything you really want to. But look. So how do I get my 360 in the front? Do I put it in the front there? Well, you look like you've definitely got enough room for a 360 on the front. So here's one I made earlier. This is BeQuiet's 360 rag, and you can see that it can clearly fit in there, no problem. 360. Wow. Okay. So people that complain about 10 degrees lower in the front or 10 degrees higher in the top, whatever, you got all the options right there. But let's talk about this real quick. So I've got to try and get this out. So you've got clips here. Clips at the back. That's how I can get my 360 down the front now. Look how easy that is. You can have push and pull configuration, no problem. So imagine, oh, this just looks mad, absolutely crazy. Oh, let's pull that up. Oh yeah, have a 360 at the top as well. So if I was to put a 360 at the top, I've got all that room right there. the EPS connector gives you at least about 5 centimeters away. So I can do it that way around. This is crazy. Right. So if I had it like so. You've just got too much room in there. Right, so you've got all that room there, and then you can take off all of this stroud as well. If I can remember how to get it out. Right, so these all come off. But it makes your life a lot more easier to be able to get to do what you need to do. So I'm guessing, what can we do here with this drive? So the drive there, I can move it down, can I? Right, so I can move this drive from this place to there, and then have more cable management in the front. It's entirely up to you. But the whole case can be inverted and changed around as well. Now, I'm going to take it out. I've got to take it out, because if I don't, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. Right, so let's just take this case apart. Let's see what we can do with it. So I'm taking off the screw near the front. You've got to be careful I don't lose the screws, which I probably will do. But literally, if you are going to be spray painting, or you're just an amateur at spray painting, I think you should have a go. Even though this case is really nice. Woo! Look! Oh, hold on a minute. Oh my god! Okay, so you unscrew these 2 screws for the radiator retention bracket, and I can literally take it out and build into it and then put it back in without any problems whatsoever. Anyway, we're taking that out. That's the top done. Where's the back? Right. Okay, so I've taken these 3 screws on the side here, and hopefully the bracket will come off. But it looks like it's going to be a bit of a mission for me to find out where I need to put these screws back on. I might have to look at the manual. But so far, if you're, I don't know what to say. This case is really amazing. We need something like this for years, and it looks like it's come to market. And I haven't even done the RGB yet, or built into this computer, but I can. Obviously, taking it apart as I am now, I know what I can do with it straight away. Right, so now you can take out the actual tray. I should be able to anyway. Can I take out this tray? Right, there we go. Right, so as you can see, I can literally take this out and use it as a bench. And just do whatever I need to do. Get it over and done with. So this is my little bench table. So I can just have on the bench, motherboard, SSD and all that sort of stuff. And then I can just do what I need to do. But I can also then invert it. So it's this way around. And there you have it. You've got a different case. But I'm going to put it all back in because it's starting to scare me. There's a lot of things going on. But anyway, you can literally take this whole thing apart. It's got a few pop rivets, and you can just literally go to work on it. Definitely. Let me see where the filter is. So the filter comes at the front, as like the 900 does and the 600. So you've got the filter there. That covers up the power supply and all the stuff inside the case, at the bottom of the case. Easy to clean, as I said before. I always think about things. Right, it's time to put it back together now, and then I'll give you my honest opinion whether it's worth buying. I'm going to give this case 10 out of 10. Not even 9.5, 8.5, 8, whatever. I'm going to give it 10 out of 10. The case is remarkable. It's like the best case I've ever I even built into this case, and I can tell how great it is anyway. You see, by having years of experience of playing around with cases, and the amount of cases that are in my garage from all manufacturers, you will know what I'm talking about, and all the videos I've done, and all the research that's gone into it. This is something that's set the bar a little bit higher. I would compare this case to like a Lian Li, the premium quality of metal, aluminium, steel, and even the plastic, and the way that it's just looks like a very sexy looking case, and it's slightly bigger, it's wider, it's just a really crazy case. It's got everything that you want. I even forgot that it's got RGB on the front of this case as well, which I'm going to obviously put a build in and then go for it like that. You've got Type-C on the front, you've got USB 3 in the front, RGB, fan controllers, P&W fans that are included. Fits massive fans in there as well, as well as smaller fans. It's got room for mechanical hard drives, like 3 mechanical hard drives. Got room for SSDs. Obviously NVMe's are already in your motherboard and stuff like that, and room for massive graphics cards, as well as just having PCI front facing graphics card. Tempered glass is not too dark. Yeah, it's got filters everywhere, sound dampening is different. They've gone all out on this case, they really have. It's ridiculously, I don't know, I'm just mind blown away how great this case is. Definitely 100% think this is going to be the case of the year. This case here, captive screws on there, nothing's missing that I can really slag off about this case. You don't even need to work that hard with taking the motherboard out and everything like that. You can even take the motherboard out and work on it outside. This is what people say to you, the manufacturers. They say that when you get components like water cooling, custom water cooling, you wash out the radiator and you've got to rinse it out, and it takes hours and hours, and then you've got to test all your components like your motherboard, hard drive, SSD, NVMe, all outside the case before you put it in. Now this case does that as well. This case is also going to be recommended for amateur, professional, semi-professional, anyone that wants a sort of case this size. It's going to be perfect. It's not a mini ITX case, but it's the standard. It is the industry standard, I would say. It just feels lovely. It's really well spray painted. There's no marks. But what I don't like about it is that it's still finger magnet, but you can still just wipe that off really quickly and just leave it alone. But yet I've got to test the airflow in it for the top and in the front, and with the new components. Got to create loads of heat. I think I'm going to use a smoke machine for this one to see how well it exhausts smoke out of the case itself. That would be quite interesting. So that'll be the next video, and I hope to get that video quick enough, as this video goes out to, not today because this is the day before. When this video goes out, this should be out for sale, and yeah, I'll go and purchase it. And you want to know what the price is? It's £179 or €179.99 and $179. So yeah, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.